Shalom, shalom. Back in another video. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahak Wadash, to the elder apostle, the elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well, who I learn from daily. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the elect Shalom. Here with a video I'm going to call Edom. This is going to be your future. And this article that says the West Virginia couple who enslaved adopted black kids sentenced to decades in prison. You put them in hell, the court will put you in yours. And this right here, I think this article right here is how should I put it? Crap. A personification. That's the name. That's what I was thinking about. Personification of what's gonna happen to all of Edom in the end. And the court that's gonna put them in that hell, in their own hell and their own slavery, is Yahweh Bashem and Hawashai and the holy angels for all the enslavement that they have done against the 12 tribes, not just the Negroes, for those black only Israelite. All 12 tribes have been into slavery up under these people. Even now, as Baruch 3 and 8 say, we are yet this day in our captivity. We're still in this man's hand. We're still stuck. We're still under his rulership. So when Yahweh Ba'ashem and Hawashai come to judge these people, they're going to get put into their own hell. Slavery and servitude unto the Israelites. So we're going to read a little bit of this article, then we'll get into it. The U.S. Circuit Court judge sentenced a West Virginia couple to decades in prison for subjecting their adopted black children to harsh living conditions, forcing them to perform hard labor. Judge Mary Klein Eckers sentenced Joanne K. Whitefeather and Donald Lentz to respective serve up to 215 and 160 years each after a jury found the couple guilty of human trafficking of minor children, and forced labor, gross child neglect, child abuse by a parent causing bodily harm. Now let's be honest here. This the same stuff they used to do to us in slavery. But yet, none of them face any judgment from the things that they did back then. I mean, nowadays, look what happened to Pills Cosby. All those years ago, he supposedly raped those women. They went back and got him on that charge. Why we can't go back and get those slave owners? Or the ones who still alive and lied on so-called blacks, Latino, Native American, and had them put to death unrighteously. Why we can't go back and get them? But not gonna get into that. While Whitefeather were eligible for parole in 49 years, Lentz will also qualify for the same in 36 years. Why are they even being able to have the chance for parole, man? What's the point? See, this is not true judgment. This is why we need salvation, man. There is no true judgment here in Babylon. Yeah, like they have 280,000 to pay. Come on, man. And as we seen, they're going into the jail system, which is the modern day slavery. But this is on, like I said, a personification of what's going to happen to them once the kingdom get here. Not only to them, but to the whole of Edom as well. I mean, all them so-called white men who descend from the seed line of Edom, not just because they look white, but they got to descend from the seed line of Edom. they would go into captivity. They would go into slavery. And they're going to be more than 250 years here and three something there. Prepare for 1,000 years of slavery, man. We got to get a lot of work out of y'all because y'all got a lot of work out of us. Even to this day, as you just seen, they still carry that hatred for Israel to where they're adopting so-called black children and putting them into slavery. I mean, this shit is sickening, man. Our time was up. The Lord said our time was up, man, and it was time for us to go free. But as you can see, these people gonna continue to do what they do. That's why they gotta realize when their time comes, when it's time for them to go into captivity. Hey, remember the Lord's been watching this whole time what you've done to His people, and He's gonna make sure the masters become the servants once again. Now, before I go into it, I want to just look up the modern day slavery thing. I want to just be making like I'm saying anything. So I Googled it. I say it's going to jail modern slavery. And the AI came back with modern day prison labor descends from the enslavement of so-called black people. After the 13th Amendment abolished race-based slavery, the criminal legal system was used to replicate its oppressive structure framework through convict leasing, chain gang, and forced public work project, as you can see. So slavery is still here. So they're going into slavery. Going to jail means you're going into slavery. That's why they hunt. That's why they be on Jake so bad here in Babylon. I mean, Jake can't sneeze without one arm looking over his shoulder, ready to throw him in jail, basically throw him back in slavery. That's why we go back to that Baruch 3 and 8. We are yet this day in our captivity. Because a lot of Jakes think they're free. You're not free. Them people giving you a resemblance of freedom. They making you think you're free, but you still under their control. That's why they so quick. When they just want to pull you over, first they talk to you, now they want to detain you. Oh, we detain you. We got an investigation going on. Somebody just happened to look like you. You know, what do you mean they just happen to look? They look like you. And they never go into it. And they put Jake in handcuffs, put him in the car and run his name till they can find something. Then if Jake's name clear, oh man. You know, it wasn't like what we were saying. But it was just like that. Because guess what? If they'd have found something on you, they'd have took you to jail. All this false accusation just want to throw Jake in jail, want to throw him into captivity again. Or if not that, they want to shoot Jake. The moment they walk up, they unclipping their holster and their hand on their side. And here you see modern day slavery going on. And if you think that it was just them, you got to be crazy, because you got to remember, they say child trafficking. So who else would they trafficking these so-called black kids to? So that means there's more than them out there. That's why Esau has to pay. Because the Lord is going to recompense them for all the things that they did to us. It will only be fair. And we know Yahweh Shem Shai is a just power. He's going to make sure that get repaid. So, we're going to go here first. 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that troubled you. So, all the things that they have done to us here, the killings, the different hangings, the eating us, the unrighteous decrees, the servitude after our time's supposed to been up for that, the drowned towns, the bombings, everything that they have done to Jake, the border crisis thing that's going on now, with ICE just coming taking people out of their house. You got what they did to the natives, to Gad and Reuben, the Trail of Tears, things like that. Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna recompense. He gonna give that back to you. Because it's a righteous thing. The Lord is a balanced power. Just like he allowed them to do those things to us, it's only right that he allow us to do that back to him. It's righteous. It's righteousness in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. Hey, it's righteousness for me. Because they have done a lot in this short lifetime that I have been on this earth, in this body. Esau Edom has done a lot. So I believe the Lord when he said he's going to recompense them. That it's a righteous thing to him. Because Yahweh Shem Shai has never lied. He a man, he can't lie. So Esau Edom, for all the things that you have done to us, hey, get ready. Get ready to go into captivity. As the scriptures say. And it's not me talking. These are the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're going to go here. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them. I mean, not just you, Edom, but all the other nations that helped you when it came to locking us down, when it came to doing all the wickedness that y'all did against us, shall go into captivity. You're going into slavery. So just like these two Edomite couples that got caught and sentenced to jail, going into modern day captivity, y'all will go to captivity on us. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give to a prey. See? That's not me saying this. Nothing I'm making up. This is the judgment of Yahweh Shem Shai for all the wickedness that y'all doing. Even when y'all convict somebody that look like y'all, they always have a way out. It's always a way out, but not for Jake. When Jake get into the system, y'all throw the book at Jake. Y'all give him the most severe charges for a lesser crime. And it's crazy. So don't get mad when your time coming. Don't say, why me? Look at what y'all doing. Hopefully in that time in that day, Yahweh Shem Shai put the spirit on y'all. Every day y'all wake up, y'all relive every life where y'all beat, whooped, killed, hung, ate, lied, just blatantly trespassed against the children of Israel. So when you out there in the field and you working hard and you become a servant, you'll understand why you're there. How willing that he do that for y'all, or at least give us the power to where we can remind y'all. Just if you ever watch what's that show, Ghost Rider, and his penance there. If you ever read Ghost Rider comics or watch the show and the penance there, and they make the people, when Ghost Rider put that stare on you, you relive all the evil and wickedness that you done against somebody, and you feel their pain and you hear their scream. Yeah, that's the power I want to do against all my Edomite slaves. Lord willing, he give me that power, I'll be able to do that. I'm going to just penance. So when the time comes for me to be beating the snot out of y'all, it won't be a problem. It won't be a problem. You're going to know why this happened. I'm going to go here. Isaiah 14:2. You know what? Let's start at 1. We're going to do 1 and 2. Salaki. All right, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 14, starting at verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. See, he's going to come save the remnant of Israel and Judah, the elect and the mixed multitude. And the strangers, see, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. That's the Israelite foreigner. Those are the ones who look like the other nation, but are really Israelite, descend from the seed of the 12 tribes. And And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. See, now it's switched over to the rest of you nation, especially you Edom. We're going to have y'all for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And we're going to rule over you. And it's going to be a harsh rulership, man. We're not going to take it easy on y'all. For one, we're going to have the Lord fury on us. He's going to put his anger on us. And two, we're going to remember in every, well, Yahweh Shem Al-Shah might have us remember every captivity that we was under, you nation, and show us how bad that we were being treated. So it's just gonna be a harsh captivity, man. It's gonna be something like the world has never seen, because we got a lot of get back to get on y'all. Y'all done got a lot of free punches. Now when Yahweh Shem Al-Shah come back, rescue his elect, give us those new bodies with those spiritual powers. Hey, the old punches didn't knock us out, so guess what? It's time to take it. It's like that slapping game where people just stand there with their hands to their back and let somebody slap them as hard as they can. We took that. Yahweh Shem Al-Shah made sure we took it. Now it's time to give it back. And how we gonna give it back? With one of the harshest captivities. Let's see, Psalms 2 and 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them into pieces as the pot of clay. See, when y'all come into our captivity, we're going to dash out of pieces like the pot of clay. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Here we go. I should have started at 8. This is Psalms 2 and 8. Should I start there? Yeah, 2 and 8. Ask me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. Verse 9, what I just went into. And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel. And that's talking about you heathens. Basically, you, the rest of you nation. When Yahweh Shem Al-Shah set us back into rulership, set us back into order, and we're going to rule over y'all, and y'all got to go into captivity, into slavery, it's going to be a hard slavery, man. For all the things that y'all did against us, especially you, Edom. The Lord said when he put his spirit upon us, we're going to dash your little one heads against the stone. And he see that as righteous. Why? Because y'all did stuff like that to our kids. Not just in this slavery, but 70 AD. Whenever we just got around y'all, Edom, y'all have had that perpetual hatred. So it don't really matter with y'all. Even when we came out of Egypt and we just wanted to pass through the land, y'all forefather and ancestors had a problem with us. Told us we had to walk around. Oh, now y'all can't come through here. You got to go around a long way. And we were willing to pay. So that perpetual hatred that the Lord said y'all have had for us, it ain't gone. That's why these people was able to even adopt all these so-called black kids and put them into a slavery. Because I think there's a law that says if a man been found in another man's hand or been kidnapped, he got to get put to death. Those people should have been put to death. Let's see. Let's see. Like that one. Let me try something here. I'm trying to think about how these scriptures go. Salaki for the. Yeah, here we go. This is Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So why wouldn't these people put to death for what they did? That's the law. And these people swear they follow the laws of Yahweh Shem Shai, the laws of God. But the Lord said if somebody stealeth a man and sell him, he shall be, or he still found in his hand, he shall be put to death. They were selling these people. Why ain't they dead? No, you giving them a chance to live their life out. That's why I said this place is not truly righteous in no sense of the word. But Yahweh Shema Shai he's gonna fix that, man. He's the one that's gonna recompense all the stuff that y'all had done to us, all the wickedness that y'all done against us. Cause in the end, after y'all get through serving this harsh ass captivity, you're gonna be utterly wiped out. I'm gonna go here. Obadiah 1 starting at 15. And the title read, The Day of the Lord in the Future. For the judgment day of Yahweh draws near unto all the nation. As you had done, it shall be done to you in retribution. Let's look up the word retribution. From the Oxford Languages, retribution, a punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. So the Lord is going to bring retribution to you for the wrongs that y'all have done against the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American, and those speckled birds. The Israelite fauna among the nation that look like the nation. Your evil dealings will return on your own head. See? The Lord is going to recompense you for all that. He's going to return your dealings upon your own head. Because just as you, Edom, you so-called white people, just as you, Edom, drank on my holy mountain, desecrating it in the revelry of the destroyers. See, just like Edom had us in captivity and grew rich from us, they still growing rich from us. Not just from us, from our inventions, from the things that we make. They come in and steal and put their name on them. So the Lord say, just like you drank on his holy mountain, guess what? So shall all the nations drink continually, one by one of my wrath. So just like you drink off us, so would the nations drink from the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai. That including you, Edom. Y'all gonna drink of his wrath, one by one. And we've been seeing that a lot lately as we get closer and closer to the end. As Yahweh Shem Shai in his wrath is starting to put Babylon through major hurt like he was doing the nations before, at least about a good 2 years before, that we were seeing all these earthquakes and flooding happen to other nations. Now look at them. They starting to happen to them. Yes, they shall swallow in the full measure of punishment and become as they were never existed. See? All of y'all gonna have to face the Lord and take upon his punishment. Verse 17. But on Mount Zion in Jerusalem there shall be deliverance for those who escape. And those who escape of the Israelites are the elect. And it shall be holy. No pagan will defile it, meaning we won't go off. The Lord going to put his law, statutes, and commandments in our mind and our inward parts so we don't go off anymore. So we're going to be holy. We will never be defiled again. And the house of Jacob shall possess their former possession. So guess what? Y'all going to go back into captivity under us like you did once before in ages past. We're going to rule the world. We're going to have all the riches, and all the other nations are going to be ours again. Like it said in, what was that? I think that's Psalms. That wasn't that Psalm. I think it was. I think that's Psalms 2 and 8. Let's see. Yeah, Psalms 2 and 8. Ask me and I shall give the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. See? This is what we're gonna have again. We're gonna have our possession back, meaning the whole entire world, and you heathens. Y'all really belong to us. But because we went off, the Lord gave us over to you as punishment, and become as they never existed. We was 17. And the house of Jacob shall possess their former possessions. So we're going to possess the world again, and you heathen. Verse 18. Then the house of Jacob shall be a fire. This where it get good, Edom. And the house of Joseph a flame. And in executing Yahweh's wrath. But the house of Esau shall be like stubble. They, Jacob, shall set them afire and consume them. The Edomites, that's you so-called white people. Not all of you, but the Lord is going to do the separation, because just like Jacob come looking like all the other nations, so does Edom. Especially nowadays where there's been a bunch of mixing and matching. So there shall be no survivor of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. So best thing I can tell y'all to do is enjoy y'all look kingdom while it lasts. For those couple who had those Jakes, those young Jakes in captivity, you're gonna wish for the jail. You're gonna wish for the jail time when you get into the kingdom, and you got to suffer through slavery. The slavery we're gonna put you through. Time is slowly ticking away, and I pray Yahweh shall speed that time up, so we can get into the kingdom faster, so we can execute this judgment upon these wicked ass Edomites and the other heathen nations. But that's all I had to say on that. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukakadash, Shalom.